shit, it's not going. Why is it not going? There it goes. Hey. And we're live. Welcome, people, to the AAA meeting. Now, I'm a different face or different voice you're probably used to hearing. This is Marty, also known as PAWG Night on the internet, and I am a guest host on the AAA. Now, you're going to hear some notifications here for people. Hey. Oh, wait, no, mute that. What happened there? Was that my voice? And we're live. Oh, for fuck's sake. Where? There we go. All right, now, rookie mistake, being the first time hosting this show, and I am so glad that I have the veterans next to me. First, we have Sinatra. Say hi, Sinatra.
Don't give us too much credit, man. We still kind of make it up as we go.
Hey, look, at least you have it set up. And then we have the other professional and consummate gentleman, Drunken Uncle. Say hi, Drunken Uncle.
That's two words I've never heard you described as before, professional and gentleman.
Even my mother doesn't say that about me. Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
don't like it, Sid. I don't like it.
Look, I am being the newbie. I have to give respect to the elders and the veterans. And I'm going to call you the elders today because I'm usually the elder in the room. Can everyone hear okay? They're quiet. They're quiet. Well, okay, that's because, but this makes them hear themselves. I'm going to figure this out one of these days. There's got to be a way.
We don't want to hear ourselves.
Are you hearing yourselves now? Or are we good?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, good. Hopefully turn up those Freedom Rock lockers. Oh, you guys like Freedom Rock? Are you into that shit?
No idea what you're talking about, boss.
It's like
Someone said, I'm just looking at the chat. Someone said something about the Freedom Rock lovers. And I don't know if they mean you love the Freedom Rock albums or there's some weird kind of thing you do when you're lovers. And I don't know which is which. So we'll figure it out.
We're not lovers. We're not, me and Sinatra, we're just friends.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it depends what, sometimes you get a little drunk,
That happens, It really.
I have to yell at you a little bit.
I don't know.
He has to yell at me because I fall asleep. I'm very bad at that. I'm a sleepy boy.
Okay.
We're just friends. Majority of the time, we're just friends.
Okay.
Sometimes we're sexual enemies.
Senemies?
Sexual enemies. Is that like?
Yeah, it's like we treat sex as a competition.
Oh, ew. Well.
And Sinatra always comes first.
Got it. So, you mean in your heart comes first and first to mind in your heart? Oh, you mean?
Oh, I come right in his heart sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my ventricle is clogged and not with cholesterols.
Okay. I think we've already provided too much information for this show. Let's. I was going to do an intro, but here, let me try this. I'm going to try to play an intro. And then I'm going to cut it off when it's not true anymore. So we'll just play this for an intro because you guys are used to having an intro. So this is it.
Gentlemen, coming to you live.
What the hell happened there? Oh my God.
United States of America. It's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live.
It's not the Morning Night Live. It's the AAA. Turn that shit off. Thank you, Johnny.
Oh, I like it.
All right.
It's a weird flex if you go and look how many T-shirts I own.
That's kind of it, isn't it?
You want him to wear the same thing in every fucking thing?
Yeah,
Well, he's not Bart Simpson, obviously, but hey, they're all clean,
As far as you know. All right, so
that's a good intro.
So yeah, that's the intro from my normal show. If you don't know who I am, I'm PAWG Night. Marty, also known as PAWG Night, but most people call me PAWG on the internet. And I'm the guy who runs a show called The Morning Night Live on my PAWG Night channel. If you're not subscribed, click one of those buttons. It'll tell you where to go somewhere. And then also links. Oh, I didn't put the links in the Streamlabs bot, but links for donations today are in the description for all three of the gentlemen that you see on here. Now, I learned something.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I did. They're on the description. I should have put them in the stream bot too, though. If somebody will put those in a stream or in a chat, I will pin the chat to the top of the list there. Now, something I learned about the show that I maybe I didn't understand it before, and when I decided I was going to get into the show, I learned that you do something with your avatars. So I'm going to fix the avatars, and apparently you have to some kind of a donation to get rid of those. So we're going to fix these avatars. So first we're going to do Drunken Uncles. What do I got for Drunken Uncle? Well, oh wait, that's not it.
They pay to change them.
Well, no, I understand it, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm changing them. Why? Oh, it's not letting me. Oh, motherfucker. What the hell's... See, I'm telling you, I'm not a professional, but I'll figure it out, and then we'll... Also, I just want to see how your days were, too, while I'm doing this. Sinatra, I know you did a stream earlier today, and tell me about your day or your last couple of days, and I'm assuming you had a wonderful couple of days, right? Is that true?
It's not been too bad. Did Tucker Tuesday last night. That was a really interesting interview with Paxton. I had no idea that they were just fucking that dude over every which way in Texas.
And yeah, they kind of were. I mean, didn't they? Because they kind of made. Oh, whoa! There's one. See, I figured it out finally.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
So, if anyone knows what that is, you can let me know. I've changed Drunkle's avatar, and I'm also changing. We're changing Snoots to something different. There we go. Oh, it's too big though. I got to fix these. Hang on, I'll do these all at once. I'll present them all at once. Give me a moment.
It's presenting. Ooh.
Yes, we're high class here.
Mr. La-di-da.
Except my mouse isn't working. What the fuck's going on there? There we go. We got to make that one smaller. It'll take up too much of the screen. Okay, we're switching that, and then we're going to switch me, and then I will present them to you, live and in person.
You will present them.
I will present them. It'll be glorious. Let's see. Where's the old? Okay, so we've got Sinatra, we've got Drunkle, and we've got me. Oh, what the fuck? Why is that so small?
That's us. That's all of us. That's us.
That's what she said. Good Lord.
Why would she say that?
I don't know.
She said that.
Okay, there we go. I gotta make that bigger. Oh my goodness, we have our first donation too. And in fact, that's somebody who, okay, here we go. Now, before we hit the avatars here, let's do this. Let's fix that. All right, there we go. Now, first of all, you got to tell me if you know what that Drunkle's on the right, of course. And if you know what that is.
I'm a lefty.
Let me know in the chat, because let me even these out a little bit. There we go. So the avatar change. First, I have a donation from somebody who says, you tell him Steve Dave. Is that a normal person in this show?
That's Steve Dave, yeah.
Got it. Steve Dave. Well, thank you, Steve Dave, dropping a 269. Oh, wait a minute. Dropping a 269. Is that two sets of partners, or is that something else? Oh yeah. Anyway, it says, hey, P-Dog, don't mind me. Your fans probably smash that like button. The people coming over here need a reminder every stream, so it just gets a bit forward. Hey, dipshits, you're on the... Wait, if you're over on P-Dogs for AAA, then smash the damn like button, or else, fuckers! All right,
that's my goddamn right.
There's my swear word. I hope I beat the 7-minute mark, and then I didn't monetize this stream anyway, because
fuck the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, so there you go. Because the whole stupid. Have you guys? Are you monetize your videos and shit and live streams?
No, not allowed. I'm not allowed to because I know Sinatra. They actually demonetized my channel because I know Sinatra.
Oh shit!
But they remonetized mine.
Oh, did they? Because now they have this new thing where if you monetize your videos or live streams, you have to have in-stream ads. And I just don't want to do that. It's a pain in the ass.
Man, fucking when they demonetize demonetized my channel, right? They said if you want to appeal, then to press this button. So I pressed the button, and it would take me to the instructions on how to appeal.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes, to appeal, you just got to take this link. And I took the link, and it would take me straight back to the instructions. So they actually they didn't just demonetize me. They did also disabled my ability to appeal it.
Yeah, the whole appeal system's stupid. It's funny though. On the monetization ones, I don't think I've ever lost one, or like on the copyright ones, I've never lost a copyright appeal, but I have lost a couple of strike appeals and had timeout. Speaking of which, if you happen to be watching this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, unfortunately, I have to make the chat for subscribers only because I have one of those little sex robot chat killer people that follows me around. And if I don't have it for subscribers only, I get fucking sex, links in my chat all the time. So I had to do that. So I apologize. Is that where the sex,
because there was a time when we had sex bots, but then I guess they decided that we weren't sexy enough for them, and they just took off, right, Sin?
They just haven't been around.
We missed them.
Look, let me tell you something. It's all in the voice, baby. It's all in the voice. Oh, yeah. All right. So anyway, so if you want to change Uncle from being that piece of fruit that no one has identified yet,
it's a kumquat.
In your heart.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Well, you don't know your fruits.
Look,
I know one.
I'm an American. We have oranges and we have oranges, tangerines, and what are those little, whatever the little fucking fake tiny tangerines are? Clementines. We don't have kumquats. Or if you want to change me from
that they don't have kumquats.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
You
just have two fruits.
No, I said we have orange. If the orange fruit we have are oranges, tangerines, and the clementines. Kumquats, nobody wants to eat a fucking kumquat. Anyway, and then
you can eat kumquat.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, there's a
kumquats are good people. You just eat them whole. That's going to be fun. Lametta Guy threw $1 just as my Streamlabs decided to restart. It says, was the demonetization due to a community strike? Because if so, I think YouTube has a new system in place where you can take this online course to remove it or something. It was not due to a community strike. It literally said because you are associated with a demonetized channel, which of course is Sinatra.
Oh, seriously?
I don't know who the Sinatra fella is.
There is no...
But you were Sinatra. You weren't the silent
I don't know who this is.
Uncle.
You don't
keep yelling at your uncle.
Fuck about this guy's channel.
Take the clue. You're on my channel right now. I don't need this crap. Okay?
I don't understand subtlety.
Okay,
that's a fact.
So to change, what is your usual amount to change the first one? What's the first change amount for the obbies?
25 down the board generally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see. So like 25. If someone does a $25 donation, then that happens, right? All right. So if you want to change Drunkle from a kumquat, or if you want to change me from a cute little chihuahua, which I don't know you wouldn't want to, or if you want to change Sinatra from a gecko.
I'm a gecko? Why?
I don't know. I have a theme on yours today, Sinatra. Just go with it. Just run with it.
I have been trying to think.
Little shit.
Fuck yourself. I have been trying to think of one for Friday, and I just cannot come up with a good evolution for P-Dog.
I mean,
Odin Doomhammer will hook you up.
That's true.
That's true.
Odin.
I'm assuming it's got to be something Halloween-y as well, because you're in spoopy season now.
Oh, you are correct.
Oh,
I definitely didn't forget to set my scene to Halloween stuff.
Wait, isn't
got you back, man?
But Halloween's this is September still. Halloween's in October.
Don't do it.
Am I overthinking it?
No, I mean no. You are completely right. It's just Sinatra is like Walmart, but with Halloween instead of Christmas.
Okay. I like Halloween. It's fun. It's spoopy, and I have a Halloween tree for the bar.
Oh,
you got a Halloween tree? Oh, that's
cool.
What's on top of it? Because I'm guessing like your baubles are going to be little pumpkins.
You'll have to wait till Friday.
Oh man, come on!
Yeah, there's all kinds of things you could do. You could pumpkins. You could do skulls. You could do like Chucky heads. You could do all kinds of cool stuff with the
Chucky
Halloween
got arrested,
machine.
Dude.
Come again?
Chucky's
got
been
arrested
dead for 5 years.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Why did? Yeah, that's right. We did it on Monday. Why did they put him in handcuffs? Though?
We did. See, this guy gets it.
That was dumb. Oh, by the way, and I do have for those who happen to donate today, I do have special alerts at certain amounts. You have to go in the description though, because I don't have them for like every penny amount like Sinatra. I have them for just certain various amounts, and then what? Hey, what? Hey, straw.
You gotta get with the game, man.
Yeah, I just don't have that much time. Actually, I've had a lot of time on my hands these last few weeks, but whatever. All right. So, and am I missing anything? Did I ask you, Drunken? I didn't ask you how you were doing. What's your day like?
I think you are missing something in that in the chat. I don't know, Sinatra, if you have a wrench.
Oh. Are you even in the chat? I haven't seen you. So
of course I'm in the chat.
Type something. Okay, look. Let's get the wrench here. Sorry, Drunken.
I'm supportive. I'm watching your stream.
Here's the thing. Oh shit! What did I just do? See, every time I try to do shit like this, it always fucks me up. All right, there is. Okay, there's Drunken. There you go. I think that's your wrench, Drunken. Is that right? Managing on our standard. We'll do a standard moderator.
Good.
There you go. And Sin, you gotta.
Standard's fine. Yeah.
You got to drop a chat just so I can make sure you're in there too. Did that work, Drunken? You got your wrench? I think you did.
No.
Sin,
yes.
Oh, thank you. And Sin, type something in chat.
Drunken's gonna time me out.
I'm not gonna time him out. I'm not you.
As long as
That's
you
why
don't.
you're a lizard. Because you're.
Is that you, Sin and Sass? There, you or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to make sure.
I'm still logged in on the other channel.
Okay, there we go. There you go. Now Sin and Sass is also a moderator. Rock on. And welcome to look, normally
Can you delete Drunken's wrench so I could time him out?
well, you could try. So I do want to normally on my own stream, since I only usually get 30, maybe 40 people at a time, I say hi to everybody, but this would take too long. But hi to my regulars from my stream, Monday through Friday, Morning Night Live. 10 a.m. Eastern time. You can calculate that from wherever you are. What's Drunken? What's the number for GMT from Eastern time? Like 5 hours?
Are you asking
About 5
what
hours.
is the time? Oh, right, okay.
Well, yeah. So like 3 p.m. on the Big Island over there where Drunken lives, and something. Like
It's
that.
quite small, really, in the grand scheme of things. You know, it's fun
It's
size.
5 hours from EST, so
3 o'clock.
6 from Central.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. ST, 4:30 Central.
There you go. Oh, I'm talking about my show. That'll make sense. It's in the morning in America. So if you're in America, it's in the mornings.
What, are you one of the mountain people? Oh no.
No one ever. You know, it's funny. No one ever counts the mountain people, even except for the mountain people.
No, because they're not people.
Because
I don't know what the fuck is going on with the mountains, man.
No, but like if you're in the Midwest, right? I'm watching TV in the Midwest, and they say what time the show is. They'll say 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. If you're in the Eastern time, they pretty much should tell you Eastern time. If you're in California, they'll tell you Pacific time and Eastern time. Nobody cares about the mountains. Well, nobody cares about the Midwest.
No one
either.
cares about the mountains.
We're flower country. So anyway, all right.
So how am I?
Yes, that's what I was trying to get to.
How am I? Well, I'm all right. I just finished. It's a big day for me, actually. There's a whole lot of Drunken floating around on the internet tonight. I just finished over on twitch.tv /Drunken Plays. We're playing Midnight Suns, where my guy looks weirdly like One Punch Man. So the chat have endearingly named me One Pump Man. That's my superhero name. Sin is spot on. He's fucking brilliant. That's my superhero name as I joined the infamous Midnight Suns in order to save the planet. One Pump Man, saving the planet one pump at a time. And of course, we've got the AAA right now, and then at 2 a.m. GMT, 9:39. Sorry, EST. I'm so close, so easy, so used to saying 30. 9 EST and 8 p.m. Central. And whatever you mountain people do, I'll be on the Golf City channel over on Twitch. So that's twitch.tv/Golf City, where I will be attending the Artificial Dinner Theatre.
That's a good fucking time.
It's sure to be an excellent laugh because it is. I mean, it's cold reading from a script which has been written by AI. It's a 3-act film, and this is a whimsical romantic comedy. So I'm getting Hugh Granted up, where I should be so charmingly befuddled, I will make you fall in love with me.
Well, that sounds fabulous.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Finally, a voice acting gig.
That's for the.
This doesn't pay.
That's for the chicks. Hugh Grant, right?
Oh yeah, just so charmingly befuddled.
Well, fantastic. So, anyway, so
how are you?
Me? How am I
Marty?
doing?
What's good? You all right?
I'm doing good. I spent the last 2 days. I've lost the cane. No more cane. For those who are wondering,
where you left it?
Yeah, it's in my kitchen. But for those who, I had a hip replacement.
It's downstairs. I'm stuck upstairs now. I ain't got a cane. Fuck.
No, I'm downstairs. But no, I had a hip replacement for anyone who cares, and so I've been out of work for 4 weeks and recovering from that. But yesterday I decided I'm gonna just walk without the cane because I'm feeling pretty good. Hip feels good. Did my show this morning, the Morning Night Live. Had a great show, and laughed at myself because I do the show by myself. But it's everything's getting better as far as me physically, and my son's coming in this weekend. My son who lives in Denver is coming to visit. He and his bride are both coming in because they both have weddings in 2 different places, so they're splitting up for the weekend. And then they reunite for another wedding the following weekend. So they're just going to spend the whole week here. And so I'm going to be excited to see them. And we're going to go.
You just need one more wedding and a funeral. And then you got another Hugh Grant film.
Good Lord. Isn't that the truth? No, they seem to have a wedding like every weekend because they were both very popular people in high school. And so they, unfortunately now they go to a wedding almost every weekend, which is very expensive.
And your son would not get along.
Oh, really?
I can just tell. Yeah, he's popular. Is it? I mean, they're at Sinatra. You know what I'm saying here. You come. There's a point. You're growing up, and it's a lot of birthday parties, and then you hit it. There's a lot of graduations, and then you hit a certain point in your life. All of a sudden, you're in that wedding area of life where you're getting invited to weddings all the time, and then once that's done, there's a bit of a dead area, and then dare I say another dead area, as it's just all funerals after that.
Yeah, I'm getting to the funeral stage. Although we do go to
you're in the funeral stage.
We don't go to the handful of weddings. It's kind of a mix between weddings and funerals now. No, and the thing is, so my daughter, for example, she had a lot of friends, but she only had like 3 really close friends that she hung out with, which was great. And so if she said, I'm going to have some friends over, it'd be 2 or 3 people. And if she said, if I'm going to have a party, she might have 5 people over because she just didn't like big crowds. If my son asked to have a few friends over, guaranteed 15 boys in my basement. And if he asked to have a party, our house would be full. And everyone hung out at our house all during high school. So graduation season at that year was brutal for us because we went to so many graduation parties. But, they're just different. They're different kids, and they have different things they want to do and different goals and whatever. And they're both great kids, but they were just different. It's weird.
I was never that kid. I mean, when I turned 21, it was because I told her sisters, and my mother she said, Millard, just like your sisters, when you turn 21, you have a choice. You can have a party, or you can have £500 cash.
Oh.
And I went, look, Mum, if I have a party, it's just going to be me and my friends getting stoned in my bedroom. Like, we're doing that now. So I'll take the money, please.
Yeah, for sure.
I just bought a quarter, and we just all fucking got stoned in my bedroom for my birthday.
You can buy a lot of weed with £500 cash too. Anyway.
No, but I didn't. I mean, no, I kept. I treated them to a healthy bit of smoke, but didn't spend all of it.
Right.
I wasn't very. Chat, you're not going to believe this. I wasn't very popular in school.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a social butterfly. Well, you're popular now.
No way.
We love you.
Thank you, Sid. There you go.
I would have thought you were the bee's knees.
Well, I was the bee's knees. It's just I was not appreciated in my time. You see, in order to be popular, you have to be friends with the popular kids. And now I'm catching up on it now. Because now I am friends with the most popular man on YouTube, my good friend here, the Silent Sin.
Aww.
See, that's what real friends say about each other, you prick.
That's
I believe you were popular. And you know what, Drunkle? You were popular before I was.
That is so sweet.
Was I?
Yeah.
Was I really? No.
Yeah.
Was I?
You've been around longer.
I stop saying it like that. I don't believe you.
Well, you were.
Of course you were, buddy.
Of course,
We're not even in the
man.
same country, and I can feel you just playfully punching me in the shoulder right now.
You're smart.
I'm not smart. I got a degree.
Not like they say.
No.
Who was they?
Couldn't spell penalty on Monday, could I?
Who was they?
It's a Godfather reference.
Gotcha.
I'm smart.
All right, Sinatra, you got a.
Not
Didn't
like
you
they
get a?
say, and I deserve respect.
Oh, right.
A little disappointed no one got that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sinatra, didn't you get a thing there a second ago?
Yes, I did, but Streamlabs is just being a turd. Hey, Sinatra, Monday towards the end of the show, I donated for Shrek, and it didn't play. I think Drunken wants to see it. The second one played, didn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
We did have we had a Shrek.
Oh, so yes, it must not have played. Hold on.
We didn't have the Shrek extension.
Oh, he didn't. I don't think he donated for the Shrek extension.
No.
But he donated for this one.
No.
He's bouncing off my booty cheeks.
Oh, good God.
The way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck and then he kisses.
You know, the worst thing about PAWG's setup is I've got to hear that donation twice.
I'm sorry.
Just you wait until you hear the Shrek extension.
I will wait. I will wait for
Did
as
you
long
wait?
as possible.
Are you hearing everything double?
Only
Just
donations.
donations.
Oh, just donations. Okay. Yeah, I don't even have it
it's
set
no
up.
big deal.
It's not even on. I don't have it. I have it muted, and you only should be hearing it in one place. I don't know why that's happening. So I'll figure it out one of these days. All right. Well, maybe we should get into some news because
Let's do it.
that's what we do here.
Let's go.
Remember, $25 changes Drunkle from a kumquat. And we'll start there. All right. So now I know you guys follow news in the States here. At least Sinatra does. And Drunkle, you knew what I was talking about every time I say something. So
I have no choice but to follow news in the States.
It's the only place
No
where
choice.
there is
I
news.
fell into this gig, man, and I can't get out. I can't get out of the AAA hole.
Okay. Well, you know that there's
a hole.
there's a little problem. Oh, wait, what happened there? Wait a minute. What happened there? Oh, I see. There's been a little problem with thievery in the United States. You know, you ever heard about that?
No.
Well,
I have heard that.
Well, here's the thing. Target stores are going to start closing some more stores now in 4 more states, citing theft that threatens workers and shoppers. Target will close 9 stores in 4 states, including 1 in East Harlem, New York, and 3 in San Francisco.
I
Saying
saw this. The reaction to it is unfucking believable.
Well, it's obviously racism.
Oh, it is.
You know. They see.
you know, and it's, you know, just like in Chicago. Remember the mayor of Chicago when they're closing a lot of these CVS stores in Chicago and Walgreens. Isn't the reaction's kind of ridiculous? You know, it's like, well, do you want them to stay there and keep losing money? And I just don't understand the idea. You know, they're getting
You're just
destroyed.
kind of giving like a green light for theft, aren't you? Like, there's the whole thing, like the police won't even come out unless the theft is above $900.
I mean, that's what California's
and you're
doing.
advised to not stop them as well. But I saw one store priced everything. Like, if you take the product to the checkout, you'll get the real product, but everything is priced at $901. So to stop people from stealing.
I hadn't heard that one. That is hilarious.
Oh mate, this shit's awesome. But yeah, Dog Marty, you're a melanin-affected gentleman. Do you think this is racism?
Man, I live in the suburbs. I don't know.
Okay. He got out of the hood.
No, no, it's business. And
and that's all it is, really. It's business. These people keep defending shoplifters and all that shit, then get surprised Pikachu face when nobody wants to conduct their business in a place where it is not secure and they are losing money on top of money on top of money with no help from law enforcement. This is 100% exactly how you make food deserts and how you make bank deserts.
I mean, they ain't stealing bread and milk, are they?
No.
No, well, but wait a minute. No. Now let's back up here. Okay. We've had an authoritative figure who has dispelled that myth. Okay. They are, and let me here, I'll bring this up real quick. Let me figure it out. I wish I could just do it with the window, but that's okay. There is this young lady right here who tells us what is happening with the situation. Okay, here it is. Now, this is an authority. She is a member of our government. Okay, listen carefully.
And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money. So you maybe have to, they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry.
They have to shoplift some bread. Now, you saw the video we saw on Monday. Didn't that woman have a cartload of bread?
I covered something like this last
Friday.
week. Yeah, I covered something like this last week.
It was steaks and ribs and fucking these huge fucking schlongs of bologna and shit.
That was Monday.
It's like, okay, if I see someone
sell.
If I see somebody stealing bread and lunch meat, okay, I didn't see that.
Diapers. I'll give you diapers.
Formula, I'm not even sure on because people steal formula to resell it.
Well, they're using it to cut the cocaine to
No,
sell.
people legitimately steal formula and resell it.
Oh, really? Well, why not with diapers? No, I mean, if you're stealing, bread, milk, lunch meat. If you see someone shoplifting, you did. It depends what they're shoplifting.
But that was a cart full of ribeyes. And by the way, Drunken, those were not.
Yeah, if I see somebody stealing a cartload of steak, or fucking just.
Uh-oh. Is that me? By the way, those things that you thought
were
giant.
As I'm concerned, Marty, that's America's ass right there.
Oh, there you go. Oh, we have a. Why isn't that showing up? Why isn't my alert box showing up? Oh, it's not on top of anything. There, let's move that alert.
I don't see
it. It just did.
I had to move it.
That's why I just said about America's ass.
It played, but it didn't show because I had it in the wrong place. So we'll fix that now. Thank you.
Well, that's America's ass.
Dewey C with a big bullet, aka 556, for the tip jar. That's all it says, for the tip jar. Well, thank you. You are a great American. By the way, those things that you said were giant bolognas or whatever, bologna, Drunkle, they were not bologna. Those were hamburger. They're tubes of hamburger. And do you know what they call those in America? Those tubes of hamburger, big tube of hamburger. You know what they call it here?
What? Sorry, tubes of hamburger.
Yeah, it's just ground meat.
No, before you. Oh, it was ground meat. Okay, thank you. Right.
Ground meat, yes.
Do you know what we call that here?
What do you call it?
No, we don't call it ground meat. Mince meat.
Mince meat. Yeah, I know.
As it's been minced.
Right. But do you know what those are called in the United States? That giant tube of minced meat.
Ground beef?
Sinatra, do you know what the term for that?
Maybe
Hamburger.
it's called something different.
The tube?
But they just call it yeah.
Oh, is it the schlong of meat that you're talking
Nope.
about? Like
Andrew's got it. It's a chub.
Oh yeah.
It's a
we get
chub.
chub meat over here. I mean, normally it's for dogs, but yeah.
I've never heard of that.
No? Yeah, they're called chubs. That's the supermarket term for those things of minced meat or ground beef.
Yeah, I agree. It's the packaged, vacuum packaged into the shape of a gigantic schlong. Yeah, chub. I'm with you.
Yes. A chub.
We have that, but we feed it to dogs. That's chub meat.
Okay. All right.
Well, ours is grated.
Yeah. All right. So we have a complimentary story to the Target stores closing because there was in Philadelphia. There's been some widespread looting again. So we wonder why this stuff happens. Thank you, Andrew, for subscribing, by the way. Widespread looting overnight in Philly. Apparently, so here's what happened. I'll just give you the lowdown. So apparently this police officer had a traffic stop and the person in the car had a knife in their hand, but they couldn't tell what it was until he already shot him. But he told the guy, "Put your hands up," and the guy takes his knife and points it at the cop. But he was still in his car and shot him.
Jesus Christ.
So there's, obviously there's a question of whether or not the cop should have shot the man. But a judge threw out the case against the cop. So in honor of throwing out the case against the cop, there was widespread looting in Philadelphia. And fix that shit again. God dang it. So there was widespread looting in Philly, and there's the typical. Now, but again, they weren't going for bread. Okay, they looted a Lululemon store, an Apple store,
and they never are.
A Foot Locker, and all these are within sight of the Liberty Bell.
my kids need Lululemon.
Lululemons and Apple phones, but here's the other part though. They're made Apple, Apple iPhones, whatever, and when they're out there stealing the phones, someone shouted, "Oh wait, you're not going to be able to use these. These have special, serial numbers that can be traced to you." So when they figured that out, then they had a iPhone smashing party. So they end up, they're throwing them on the ground and smashing them since they knew they couldn't use them.
So this is because of a cop shooting someone.
A cop shooting someone who.
So
the cop thought it was a gun. It was a knife with a black. The
cop shoots someone, and people rub their scaly little hands together and go, "Brilliant,
party time, baby, party time." No,
This is the protest that followed.
Yes, after the judge dismissed the case. Now, I always say this on my show. There's three types of. I'll take the BLM riots for an example. So there's three types of people who participate in BLM protest. Okay, there's the people who are there to protest, justice, whatever kind of justice they want. They're actually there to just protest. They kneel, they pray, they have speeches and all that. Right? There's those protesters. Then there's the people who just like to break shit. Okay, there's a bunch of people show up who just want to break shit, and they riot and they burn shit and break shit and whatever. And then there's the opportunist, and that would be the ones who take stuff out of stores after other people break shit. They just run in and grab as much as they can and take it home. TVs, phones, iPhones, Lululemons, Nikes, and all that shit. So I'm
sorry, what the fuck is a Lululemon?
Lululemon is a
designer kids outlet, I think, isn't it?
No, I think I thought it was a clothing line of like yoga type clothing, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
And so,
I saw one video, and I'll get a Blackouts donation here in a second. I saw one video. They smashed a liquor store.
Oh yeah.
And this lady, a heavyset, of course, lady, was filming it, and she goes. Do you have it? Oh, please tell me you have it.
I'm pretty sure I do.
A high cholesterol human.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab this then. I remember the bread from Monday, T-bone bread, spare rib bread, all of that. That was hilarious.
That was Friday.
Is this it?
That was Friday. What Monday?
What's that? And when it happened?
The chub and the ribs.
Oh, yeah. I was watching that day. That's why I know about it. I knew
you were here Monday, weren't you? Well,
I was here Monday. I thought but I was listening to it on Friday. Okay, so here it is. Right here.
Of course you were. Special. Okay.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes. Everybody must eat.
Now,
everybody must.
Again, this is a liquor store.
Is she doing this ironically?
Thank you, Black. By the way.
Okay, that's enough. So, let me explain something to you from a melanated point of reference. When someone says everyone must eat, that doesn't mean necessarily.
No one saw the video.
No one saw the video. Oh, well, that's fucking pisses me off.
You didn't show the video.
Oh, that was dumb. Okay, let's try this again. How's this? Does that make it even? Does that work? Okay, we'll do it again.
Everybody must see. Everybody must see.
Throw that liquor out here, she says. I'm translating for white people.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat.
I'm sorry, did you say everyone must eat?
Everybody must eat. That's what I'm talking about. Rest well, Eddie. Rest well, Eddie.
All right, so there you go. So let me allow me to translate. Everybody must eat, because that's when someone says everyone must eat, that doesn't mean that people are actually trying to eat. Okay, they're not trying to eat. It means eat is like eat is kind of a colloquialism for everyone must do their thing, do their best, do the damnedest you can. You know, like if you're playing basketball and you dunk on somebody, he's like, that's, yeah, you got to eat. That helps you eat. So this is not necessarily about food. This is about everyone doing their best at stealing liquor from the liquor store. So there you go. Thank you. And I don't know why I did that. Thank you, C. Thomas, by the way.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yes, there you go.
Because honestly, I did not understand that's what she meant by that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Why did this whole fucking screen pop out, though? Okay, I'll see if I can get rid of that. Oh, stop. No. Let's see. Let's escape. There we go. So I hope that was helpful to our friends. C. Thomas, thanks for dropping a deuce in the tip jar, which I will clean up later. Who just says penis, and that seems to be that's very eloquent. Penis, but he spelled it P-E-A-ness, which makes me think he's going to eat some peas or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't figure it out. But he likes to say penis on my streams in particular. I don't know if he does that to you, but yes.
Sometimes.
Okay.
He drops it. Just whips his weenus out. And
Yeah, sure. Snoot, you got one?
Yeah, I read it out a minute ago.
Oh, right.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, since we're on a theme of crime...
Very good. Yeah. Okay.
It's everywhere. There's crime everywhere, and apparently
it's rampant.
It's rampant. Hundreds of businesses. What the fuck? Get on the screen. There we go. Let's fix that. While I'm fixing that, thank you, Gamer Valine. What's up, my friend Gamer Valine? She says, she's going to teach us about Lululemon. Lululemon is $80 leggings that are super comfy and squat proof. Also looking in Philly is the default. Also looting in Philly is the default response. I'm surprised it made news. Lastly, you aren't in Nebraska anymore, P-Dog. Cows aren't the top criminals. But I will always be Nebraska at heart. That's where I grew up, but I've been up here 34 years. Anyway, thank you, Gamer Valine.
Remember to tip your cows generously.
Yes. Yeah. Tip your cows generally. Thank you, Gamer Valine. I greatly appreciate it. So anyway, I don't even know what city this is. Oh, this would be in Oaktown. Oaktown. Oh my gosh, it is just raining deuces in here. Oh, this is one of my longtime sponsors. And usually I have music for my longtime sponsors.
Facialabuse.com.
No, this is BBC Rentals. Okay,
Same thing.
Dropping a deuce in the tip jar. And God, I wish I had time. I'm not going to do the music. In honor of BBC History Month, we at BBC Rentals have introduced a 2-for-1 special. Give your wife or girlfriend satisfying balls-deep encounter with 2 BBC for the price of 1, because every wife must eat a BBC. BBC Rentals. BBC Rentals, unless you're racist. Okay, there you go. That's racist! There you go. Thank you. BBC Rentals, longtime sponsor of the show. All right.
Everybody got to eat.
Hundreds of small businesses in Oakland, California plan to strike Tuesday to protest what they claim is the city's inadequate response to rampant crime. At least 200 restaurants, stores, and offices will close between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's a pussy strike, if you ask me. Come on, go do the whole day. And
It's
some
just
businesses,
striking. Don't tell them when you're gonna finish.
exactly.
We're closed for lunch.
Yeah, or not even.
Basically.
Well, and restaurants, they're going to open at noon, just so the restaurant can still catch some of that lunch hour. Anyway, some businesses plan to remain shuttered until Wednesday, according to KTVU. Participants in the strike hope to raise awareness about the crime wave that has threatened the lives and safety of business and patrons all across Oakland. Now, I have a question about this.
I have an answer.
Do you think there's anyone in Oaktown or San Francisco or anywhere else where this is happening that needs to be made aware of the crime problem that they are experiencing?
Most likely not. I think most people there have, if not a good idea about it, a realistic idea.
I've been to San Francisco 3 times. Okay. Now, I was going to say one time, the first time was like in 1970 something when I went there with my parents. And then I went there again in the early 90s to visit a friend from college. And I was there in 2019. All 3 times that I've been to San Francisco, I've had a car broken into.
Jeez.
So I don't know if it's super different. Like, we were in San Francisco, and no, they actually stole the wheels off our car in 1972, and in
fuck,
and in 1990, someone broke into my car and stole a boombox, and they I had my bicycle in my friend's apartment, but they stole some shit out of the back seat. But this last time when we went there, we were literally in San Francisco for about an hour and 20 minutes. We drove by the Golden Gate Bridge, went to this neighborhood there, and we went to lunch. I went back to the car to get something out of the car, went back to the restaurant, and 20 minutes later when we finished our meal and walked out, someone had smashed the back window and stolen part of our luggage. And I'm sure it's just like this in Oakland too, but we went to the police station. Now, thankfully, there were some people around the car who saw it happen, and they stopped these shitbags from taking all of our luggage, because we were on a 2.5-week trip, driving trip. And basically I lost some electronics in one bag, but they could have taken everything. We go to the police station, and we because we're going to file a report, and there was someone in front of us who the exact same thing happened to. Not much earlier than that. And when it was our turn to speak to them, we said, yeah, this is our 5th one this morning. This was at like 12:15 in the afternoon, like just after noon. And they said, yeah, well, we get a lot of these, and we'll call you if we find anything, because they get them all the time, and it's happening constantly. Any thoughts on the people who may be unaware of this crime wave?
It sounds like these people don't give a shit.
Which people?
Like, it's happening. It's happening, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we're just not going to bother. It's going to offend somebody. We're going to have to deal with people being mad. It's a sad state of affairs that's where we're at with this kind of stuff.
That's unfortunate. I mean, that goes on here as well, though. If you bike thefts have been, for some reason, completely rampant in the UK. And you do the right thing. You go, all right, here's a serial number, here's the description. The police go, yeah, we probably won't be able to do anything about this. And which is, okay, you go, I understand, but did you have to tell me that? Because what you've just said is you're not even going to fucking try. And it's not like you've got murders to solve or anything like that. They're too busy going after bad tweets.
Well, don't you know bad tweets are dangerous or something?
They literally kill people.
They're literal
that
violence.
Dumb blue politician threw $1 said, so crime's on the rise here in San Fran. We can't use cops. Cops are bad. We can't. I love that.
Did I lose you guys?
We can't use laws because they don't believe in laws. You know what? Open the borders. The newcomers will abide by the law. I mean, It's basically what's up, is you think that you're exacerbating the problem here, and it is already a problem. The thing is about laws is that criminals don't tend to obey the law.
Yeah, it's weird.
So really, you're going to have people who have people who enforce that law, and if people don't follow the law and do so constantly, then I don't know, maybe take them to a place where they can't bother the rest of society anymore. But no, that's racist.
That's not only racist, it doesn't work.
Well, because Sinatra, they were just stealing bread.
They gotta eat.
Gotta eat. Gotta eat.
Everyone's gotta eat.
Gotta eat. Speaking of eating, one of my favorite farms on the planet, although it's not food, it's a Fox farm, FTG Farms. FTG Farm Inc., one of my other longtime sponsors, dropping a small bullet in the tip jar, aka a 223, says, it is with a sad heart that we at FTG Farms will be leaving our Philly location because of rampant crime and theft. We have decided to leave our historic location. Bob J. Boblin, senior promises that
Bob
we,
J. Boblin.
Yeah, that's the CEO of FTG Farms. FTG
Bob
sounds,
Boblo?
Bob Boblin. Bob J. Boblin.
Bob J. Boblin.
Bob J. Boblin's the
Brilliant.
CEO, FTG Farms. By the way,
Brilliant.
Okay, yes. So anyway, he promises that we will return if crime comes under control. Kind of like, Drunken into Sinatra. Hit that hard. Anyway, by the way, if you're wondering why I have so many sponsors, there's a lot of people who sponsor my show and they write beautiful ads like that one and like the one from BBC Rentals. So if you don't know what to say when you do a donation, well, make up an ad and we'll read it on the air. Normally I have music with them, but I forgot to open the music app. Plus I'm roboting on this StreamYard thing, so whatever. Anyway, thank you, FTG Farms. You are a great American. Oh, alrighty then.
I'll say that.
Any more on the stealing and looting shit? We'll move on.
I say a delayed Shadow Cat threw $1, and it is delayed Shadow Cat. Says I wasn't able to donate Monday, but my Halloween tone went off as the Chucky article finished. So I had the ginger shit cackling in my ear. Have $1 for comedic timing. That was exactly what I was going for, Shadow Cat. I'm glad someone got it. Thank you very much for the $1, my man.
Well done, Shadow Cat. Very good. Very good. All right, next, we have some health news, and everyone's excited about this.
Yeah, I have health. This is relevant to me.
Okay, well, the Wuhan bat lady says another pandemic is almost certain. Wuhan Institute of Virology scientist Shi Zhengli has published a paper.
I believe that.
Has published a paper assessing 40 strains of coronavirus and estimating half of them are highly risky to humans, with 9 known to have crossed from one species to another and 6 known to have already infected people. Okay, what species have these viruses crossed from and to? Let's get creative here. Anyone in the chat? Name. Yeah, you mean from the lab petri dish to humans? Did I say that out loud?
But the papayas and shit were testing positive for it.
Oh, good
Remember
Lord.
that? We had that
Fish.
article way back when. Fish, I think an orange tested positive.
A kumquat? Oh my God, I'm in danger.
Well,
I mean, I love the idea of old Shi Zhengli walking into a conference and everyone's like, well, who the hell are you? And she's like, I'm Bat Lady.
I'm Bat Lady. You know, by the way, I'm they're going to try to
Typing?
mandate some what? They're going to try
What?
to
I'm on a delay, mate. I'll say it and then 5 seconds later it'll come through. It's difficult.
Yeah, I think we're on a little bit of a delay.
Oh, that's a StreamYard feature. Anyway, they're trying to get us to get the next booster shots too. Anyone getting that?
No.
I didn't get the first booster shot. I got the first vaccine and then the one that followed. And then they went, hey, Millard, time for your booster. And I went, I'll be right there. And I never went. I just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah. See, I had COVID before there was any vaccines. Like literally, a month before the vaccines came out. And so I didn't get one shot then. And I had one very mild bout of it about a year later. And I'm like, fuck off. No.
I mean, it's flu-like symptoms, isn't it? That's the thing. And don't get me wrong, they do a flu vaccine every year. It's either, influenza A, influenza B, influenza C, whichever. They go like, this is going to be the one that we have this year, because the flu's sat there going, it's my turn, just like Hillary when running for president. So if they can do that, then they can do exactly the same thing with COVID, which it is a coronavirus. It's exactly the same fucking virus type. So why have people like having boosters all year round? Why not just do it? Well, it's COVID season, just like you do with flu,
It is almost becoming that. I know, like, my wife is in healthcare.
I guess the answer is money, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always money.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. All right, enough of that. Let's move next.
God, we are on such a fucking delay. Holy
dude,
shit.
we said that like 30 seconds ago, man.
Oh, really? Are you talking about in StreamYard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can hear Sinatra as he talks, but then when I say something, I can actually hear me coming through your speakers, and it is about 10, 15 seconds after the point. Because I always catch it, because I'll go like,
no.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. And you'll go, wait, what?
Well,
it throws you off.
I'm talking
only
to
going
you
to
in real
monologue
time.
from now on.
I seem to be talking to you in real time, though. That's weird. I'm going to turn that down. Well, while I'm figuring that out, thank you, Thundercloud Transmissions. Oh, a new sponsor. Welcome to Thundercloud Transmissions to the mix.
The goddamn
Thundercloud, we put the goddamn back in your motor and transmission. All hail Blue Whale. Welcome to the AAA. Well, thank you very much.
onto his name.
I said the name right?
Yes.
Okay. See, now you reply to me immediately. So are you just hearing yourself in an echo? God, I wish I knew how to fix this.
Well, you're reacting to the stuff we say pretty delayed usually.
Oh.
Say pineapple.
Pineapple.
Oh my God, it worked.
See? We haven't changed the kumquat yet. I'm new. Nobody knows who I am. They're not going to throw money at me like they throw it at you. Anyway, let's I think the only reason I'm pushing this one up is because the visual of Mr. James Carville, Skeletor. There he is. I don't even know if I need to read the article. Just pictures of James Carville. He's literally Skeletor.
He looks like a Bond villain.
And he kind of is. So James Carville is telling Democrats, longtime Democratic strategist James Carville said Sunday on comedian Bill Maher's Club Random podcast that people need to wake the fuck up when it comes to the 2024 election, because President Joe Biden would lose to former President Donald Trump if the election were held this year. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, I think that's probably not only accurate but probable. But it's going to have to be fortified and all that stuff, so we know how that turns.
That's going to have to be before they try to throw Trump in jail. They're fucking with him bad. That whole thing is, they're trying to get him out the paint.
Well, did you hear about the shit they pulled for for Mar-a-Lago? How the judge unilaterally decided that this oceanfront property, 20 acres of land, is worth half of the amount of money that surrounding areas are worth that are on a quarter acre.
Not even half.
So she arbitrarily decided that this less than half, this 20 acre plot of land was worth about $18,000. And Drunken, for reference, land prices in Florida are insane, especially oceanfront.
18 million.
So 20 acres is worth 18 million.
Yeah. That was one of my stories this morning. Welcome, Divine. That was one of my stories this morning. So this oceanfront property, 27 acres it is. It's 27 acres on oceanfront on two sides, because it's kind of on a pseudo peninsula. There's a piece of land, just a piece of land. The judge claimed it was between 18 and $20 million or something like that. Oh no, it's 17 acres on oceanfront. And includes businesses and several residences, including Trump's residence, right? There's a property about a half a mile away on oceanfront, 3.2 acres, selling for $200 million. Undeveloped oceanfront. There's another one that's about $150 million. And this judge says, well, he based it on the tax assessed value, which I think there's, in Florida, there's a kind of a cap on the rise in tax assessed value. He bought the property for $10 million in 1985. And there's nothing around there going for less than, $100 million. So it's just crazy.
It's insane.
And in that ruling, he takes away all of Trump's business licenses to do business in New York. And so they're talking about how he could probably make them liquidate Trump Tower and all of his businesses in New York. This is going to go, the appeals on this is going to get really, really interesting, because this judge, and denied him a jury trial too. He asked for a jury trial. They denied a jury trial. So the judge on his own makes this decision, and the continuing case is going to be in his court, because it's only one part of the suit that Letitia James brought against Donald Trump. It's ridiculous.
The whole story is fucking bonkers. Like, why is a judge allowed to do that? Wouldn't they have to get like an actual surveyor or someone from the state to come in and say how much the land was worth, a fucking real estate agent or something?
Well, his assessments are based on market value, and that's not the market value of the property in any way, shape, or form. But the judge says, well, this assessor said it was between $18 and $27 million between 2011 and 2021. And so that he's saying that's the market value. Well, anyone who owns any kind of real estate knows that the assessed value from your county is never the same as your market value. You might have a property assessed at, a piece of land assessed at $30,000 on a lake in northern Minnesota, and the actual value of that land on the lake in northern Minnesota is probably $1 million based on what's going on in the market around there. So, and the other part of this is they're suing. So she brings this charge that he overvalued his properties to gain loans and all this other stuff, right? Well, this used to be my business, so that's why I talk so much about it. There's not a lender in the planet that will lend you money based on what you tell them. They always will get an appraisal. What is that?
It's an engine from a dickhead.
Going past.
Okay, they have to, the lenders themselves, it's their due diligence to determine the values on what they're going to lend on. And they have, if you've never seen it, I had a business appraisal on a gas station once, because someone was trying to get a loan on a gas station. My God, it's a mountain of paperwork to get commercial appraisals. And they will, like I said, they will dig deeper into your behind than the colonoscopy to make sure that they're getting valuations before they lend money on it. And their valuations are probably always going to be a little bit less than what you say it is. There's no insurance company or real estate or lender or whatever in the planet that will just based on what you say. So no matter how much he, inflates his value to make him look like he's richer than he might be.
It's that they're just trying to do literally everything they can do to make sure he cannot legally run again.
So true. All right, moving on. We have another story now. I know that you guys laughed a little bit about this. Remember the 97-year-old Ukrainian veteran that fought to keep Ukraine independent from the Russians during World War II, that they honored in the Canadian Parliament.
Yes. Yeah, I recall this somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, they seem to forgot that he was Russia was on our side. This guy was fighting for Hitler, the Nazis, and the Waffen SS. Well, there's an update to that story, which we'll put on the screen here in a second. Oh, there it is. There it is. Bam. Oh, shit. Did I just close it? No, I didn't. There we go. Poland. Breaking. Poland has moved to extradite that particular Nazi veteran honored by Canada now.
Man, see, I love this because, you know, for the past the whole, like, people who vote for Trump, oh, he might not be a white nationalist, but he's a trans nationalist, therefore he's just as bad. And the whole saying I've heard floating around the internet for fucking going on 7 years now is, if you've got 11 people sat at a table and one of them's a Nazi, then you've got 11 Nazis sat at that table.
Well, the Canadians are honored a Nazi.
Trudeau and everyone fucking applauded this fucking Nazi soldier, right? But the thing is, if you say anything about Trudeau, they're like, well, no, it's not the same thing. Like, he did blackface when he was in college. They're like, no, it's different because he's learned and he's apologized. He just applauded an actual Nazi soldier. Where's your fucking dining table saying now, dickheads?
Oh, this doesn't apply. You know that.
It's different.
This doesn't apply at all.
Well, the Polish government is now seeking to extradite.
Ukrainian Nazis don't exist.
Right? They honestly think that's the case.
Sorry, that delay is killing me. The Polish government is now seeking to extradite Ukrainian Nazi veteran Yaroslav Hunka after he was honored by the Canadian Parliament Assembly with Vladimir's legacy in attendance. From the Zemlyaglov, Poland's education minister announced on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, that he has taken steps to execute the extradition and potentially try the Waffen SS soldier for war crimes. So at least, here, look, let me give you the positive of this. Canada has done its part to find another Nazi war criminal. Good for them. Good for them.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, when you put it like that.
Hey, so that's what they are plotting, or like, that's what's happening now. So, all right. Let's see. Let's move on. How much time we got? We're good. Okay. Here's the story on that overvalue. I'm going to skip this one. Never mind. We just talked about that. Here's one. Now this is news that probably no one would have guessed. Nobody would have thought of this. And it's, as the headline says, uncanny. The FBI predicted those January 6th riots that they instigated. Here it is. Where is it? Oh, so there's this breathless report from NBC News examining an internal FBI analysis that determined to stop the Steal protests would require law enforcement preemption, but that the disorganization of extremist groups would hinder widespread violence. So the FBI stepped in to help organize it a bit. Trump's infamous "Will Be Wild" tweet on December 9th, 2020 invited his supporters to Washington, both the committee and federal prosecutors say, and it was a call to action. It was that call to action that caused disorganized extremists to zero in on a date and time, January 6th, in the nation's capital. That day, Trump sent a tweet, as NBC News reported. A confidential human source told the FBI that the far right saw the tweet as a call to arms and that there was a big threat of violence on January 6th. So they put in their CIs and made it happen. They just let it happen.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
I'm feeling that myself. The big question, I would say, is, wait, so they had informants embedded? They knew there was going to be violence? Why the fuck didn't they stop it?
Sinatra?
I think we all know exactly why they didn't stop it, because they wouldn't be able to bitch about it.
You know,
this was literally all planned from the start, so they have something to go, look at what these people do. We can't let them do. Nah, 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 nah.
You know, it was amazing. On that day, I was watching a lot of this happen live on, because it was all over the news, the protest and whatnot. And it was before the police started throwing flashbangs into the crowd and beating people. And so it wasn't quite yet totally out of control. But I remember I was watching it, and I had a couple different, windows open, listening to the commentary. And I heard before there was any, the violence got super crazy, on CNN, Anderson Cooper used the word insurrection. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Insurrection? Why would you call this an insurrection? Watching it. And then they started showing you them breaking windows and stuff a little bit later. But I was like, oh my God, somebody planned that word. And then I started hearing it on all these different outlets. Insurrection. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, you know exactly what you're doing. That's the word you have to use if you're going to get Trump on this nonsense. And so
100%.
And so
100%. You saw it in much as insurrection. Following the likes of Twitter, Reddit, and anything like that. If someone said the word insurrection, you knew exactly where they got their news from. And then that evolved, much like a kumquat can evolve into another type of fruit, or Sinatra can evolve into a meatball. It went from insurrection to storming the Capitol. And as soon as you heard someone use those words, you're like, right, you're using the words that someone else said right now. Anything you say is not coming out of your head.
I'll just give you one of these.
Is it quiet?
I'm just worried about the delay. I'm like, I don't want to talk over him.
Yeah, I don't know if we're stuck on a delay or if we're just not talking or what.
It's hard to tell. Here's one. Hey, oh my gosh, there is something in the UK. So nobody asked the question, but I found something
There's lots of things.
No, seriously, there's stuff in the UK. Here is, let's see. Oh, I wonder if I could do the entire screen. That would be better. Then I wouldn't have to do this shit all the time. Oh, I see. Let's do this one. Let's try this one. This might work better. In the UK, Rumble might be kicked out. What do you think about that? The free speech social media platform Rumble could be forced out of operations in the United Kingdom if it fails to comply with the country's stringent new online safety laws. Now, I'd like the perspective of our representative of the UK, because this is all about Russell Brand. One person on Rumble is causing the possibility that they will be kicked out.
I don't know a lot about Rumble, to be honest. Twitter is the thing, isn't it? Because Minds came up. You remember Minds?
Yeah,
what happened with that?
I'm still on that.
Anything that tries to come up against Twitter is just not going to work, because Twitter is the main thing. People follow people that they like. That's why they join these sites. So unless you can get a load of celebritoires over to Rumble, then it's not going to take off in the same way as Twitter is. And so all those people who are going like, but he changed it to X. Fucking Musk is tanking Twitter. It's too big. It is literally too big to fail. As long as it has people on it that people want to follow. So I don't know about Rumble. However, what I can tell you about the UK's new online safety laws is that we are making them ourselves instead of complying with the EU. So that in itself is something to be applauded.
Well, Rumble is not. It's not competing with Twitter. Rumble competes with YouTube, and a lot of people who are tired of being censored on YouTube have moved over to Rumble, and they've got a really, a lot of big names have gone over there, and like I think Russell.
But we've seen that so many times before as well, though, dude. Fucking was it VidMe? What was it? Sinatra? What was on with you? Open Box? You Open Box now?
Live Me.
They all fail because the site has to have the people on it that these people want to follow or watch.
Right.
And Rumble obviously doesn't have that. So to be honest, mate, UK's online safety laws are the least of their fucking problems. Their problems are operating as a company that actually turns a profit.
Well, they have been. That's what I'm trying to say. For example, now Crowder's a bad example because he's losing he's losing people because he's a shithead, but or at least he's being portrayed as a shithead. Let's put it that way. If any Crowder
No, he
fans.
is.
But Rumble has, like, for example, Russell Brand has 6 million followers over there. Rakita Law does streams on both YouTube and Rumble, does half his YouTube stream, does the rest of Rumble because he doesn't have to be censored. A lot of people, and I do that too. I broadcast on both YouTube and Rumble. But it's not that it's a huge site yet, although it has millions of users, right? But the UK is saying because they will not immediately censor Russell Brand or remove him from the site because of his little foibles, his problems with the 10-year-old accusations, of which there are no lawsuits yet. There's not even a charge yet, but they're demanding
There's no proof.
They're demanding that they take Russell Brand off the air, like YouTube demonetized him, or they will not allow the site to operate in the UK. That's the story.
Well, that's not actually what it says, though. It just says a Rumble, which includes a number of commentators, including Donald Trump Jr., Russell Brand. It doesn't actually say that it's because of Russell Brand. This is because they're not complying with the new online safety laws. There's some of which are fucking stupid. If you remember a while ago, Sinatra, they were on about bringing in the wank license. You had to have like a actual provide proof of age in order to access the likes of Pornhub and shit like that. To which, I mean, everyone in the UK, and I know there are some of you Britbongers out there watching right now, VPN. But then how long until they try and outlaw VPNs?
Well, we covered a story that they were trying to outlaw them here, remember?
Yeah, it's just some things they just can't make their way through. The wank license thing never fucking happened because, I mean, most politicians are men, let's be honest. Right? So it was never going to go through. The online safety laws, some of them are dumb. They are still being debated on. But what I'm saying is at least we're not complying with the EU anymore. It's just the UK. If the UK wants to become the new fucking China when it comes to censorship, then by all means, I can stay with Sinatra for a while until I get my own residence sorted.
Yeah, I got a couch.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, we have a what's the word? What's a good word for this? Well, let's just say that we finally have that $25 donation. So, Drunkle, you are now something else. If you can figure out what this is, let me know. Thank you, Orin Doomhammer OFC, dropping a 25 in the tip jar. Yeah. And by the way, that makes you the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, sir. Says, let's try this again. Stupid Streamlabs seems to toss my donos into the abyss and only go through them with them when it wants to 10 minutes later. Well, there you go. You know what? I am more than happy to have fixed the problem, and thank you very much for sponsoring this show. That's awesome. So we still got me and Sinatra to change over, and we'll see what happens. Does anyone know what that is, by the way? Oh, somebody already said it in the chat. That is a cocoa pod.
Oh,
I see a cocoa pod.
why am I? Because I'm black on the inside. That's all.
No,
Okay.
it's a theme. It's a theme. They're fruits. Okay, your fruits today. So now I learned this when I was in Hawaii a month or so ago, and we went to a cocoa farm. And these cocoa pods, they break them open, and it has this like gooey white stuff that's actually a fruit that you could eat, but you don't
Just
eat
like me.
Exactly. You don't eat the you don't eat the seeds. The seeds, you basically get all the fruit out the seeds, and then the seeds are what grow the new plants, and then they roast those seeds, and that's when they started to smell like chocolate, and they do all this process or whatever. So yes, you are now a cocoa pod. We still have the Chihuahua and the Gecko. So we're getting there. All right. Shoot, how much time we got? We're good? We're good for time? Yes, we are.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, yeah.
All right, so we were talking about, well, since now, I don't know how this happened. It worked out. In the topic of free speech, there's a new poll about what people think about free speech. And this one is this is a little scary because, supposedly United States is the bastion of free speech. It's part of our Constitution. Well, this new poll, we find that Democrats, almost half of Democrats now believe free speech should only be legal under circumstances. This is brutal. Almost half of
That's
Democrats.
not free speech, is it? That's just speech.
Almost half of Democrats believe free speech should be legal only under certain circumstances, according to new polling. This is not really surprising, as Democrats have been following the model of college progressives who believe that speech can be violence and shouting at speakers they don't like is acceptable behavior. And the numbers are crazy. So here's the ones that are stunning. 47% of Democrats say free speech should only be legal under certain circumstances. 34% of Democrats say Americans have too much freedom. And 75% say government has a responsibility to censor hateful rhetoric.
Well, thank fuck this wasn't an official government poll. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine the changes that would happen following this? 75% say they want the government to step in.
You know, it's so crazy. Because in this poll, like, they're completely the outlier. If you take all the rest of the people they polled, like it's just the opposite. Again, the 70, 80, 90%. But just the ones who identify as Democrats believe this. And what's unfortunate is they have power right now. Thankfully, there's the checks and balances. But this is nuts. That's not a man.
What is too much freedom? Literally, what is too much freedom? What is too much freedom?
That's a good question.
Freedom is the natural
you guys
state.
got freedom. You ain't got enough. You need more freedom. Too much free. I don't believe it.
Well, let's see if it explains that. I can't remember here. Oh, these are just people reacting to it. Yeah, I don't know what too much freedom means. The concept of free speech dates back to the 5th century BC in ancient Greece. It was codified in America's founding documents on December 15, 1791 with the ratification of the Bill of Rights. The 45-word First Amendment prohibited Congress from abridging freedom of speech or of the press and has been long understood to include any branch of government. And this poll says 9 out of 10 voters in the U.S. think the First Amendment protections for free speech is a good thing, while only 9% think it's a bad thing. Well, apparently, they're all Democrats, according to the pollster.
Too much freedom is illegal to lock up political dissidents. Hate speech is basically, hate speech is undefinable. Hate speech is basically just anything someone somewhere doesn't like. So they don't want that. These people are saying, yes, actually, we want the government to step in when it comes to hate speech without actually having a clear definition on what hate speech is. And then it's going to be fucking shocked Pikachu face when they come for you because you spoke ill about the party. This is the setting for V for Vendetta. Too much freedom.
I don't know what that is.
Absolute wank stains.
The balls is what really gets me here. The fucking audacity to come out and go, well, this is what we actually think now. We didn't get our way once, so now we want to make sure you can't tell anybody what to think.
Dude, I've seen people on the likes of Reddit and such unironically saying that all conservatives should go to jail, which is one thing, is a bad thing because you're locking people up for their political persuasion. But then that's also saying, let's have a one-party political system, which is also, there are books on why this is a bad idea.
All right, let me...
This is just as incredible as when you've seen like people going, oh, actually, we've just found a way to extract the DNA from a dinosaur fossil and clone it. And you're going, mate, there are movies saying this is a terrible thing to do. Why are we ignoring all of this and going, do you know what? It'll be different this time. Fucking communists. The thing about Jurassic Park is that no one's ever really tried it properly.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Well, maybe instead of the dinosaurs, maybe they can do it from those Mexican alien things and see what happens.
I think they're just called Mexicans, dude.
All right, let me do a couple donations here. Thank you, Shadowclaw, who says, Was
Now they're
gonna
all lawyers and doctors.
yes. Shadowclaw says was gonna use Streamlabs, but it won't let me. Thank you for driving the deuce in the tip jar. And then Cryptic with the 556, who says, "Wow, I'm shocked. For the first time, my grandpa voted Democrat. He would have never done that when he was alive."
Yeah, my mom's gonna vote Democrat next year. It's sad.
Yeah.
God damn it, Sin.
God. Okay.
Oh, that was dark, man.
All right. Next story. Okay, guys, maybe you've been following the social war, culture wars, whatever, and we've been talking a lot about the LGBTQIA MLMNOP 2S 4.329.
I mean, I've got to warn you right here, P-Dog, that both me and Sinatra are trans.
Okay. I'm still going to talk about this. So
Okay.
they've been
Just
saying...
do so with respect.
Okay.
These Democrats want to curb your hate, your freedom of speech. Sir.
I know. Well, if that happens, I'll be on Rumble too, so we'll be okay.
Okay.
So
not in the UK.
Right, just not in the UK, so you won't have to hear it, and won't be violence against you. So anyway, they've always been saying that the reason they're doing the transitioning of minors, medical transmission of minors, because they want to save them from their mental anguish. They want to save them from the self-ending and things like that. Well, now it's just one study, but I got a feeling that maybe, just maybe, this study will be repeatable. The UK study is found that puberty blockers exacerbated mental anguish for trans-identified teens. Up to a third of trans-identified teens put on puberty blockers suffered a significant decline in mental health, according to a new analysis of a survey from the United Kingdom. Now, I don't know how close you follow this particular topic. I've been spending a lot of time on it. And so you got to figure, all of these, because there's a big rash of, adolescent girls who are now becoming trans and maybe are not and maybe have some other issues. You would think that if you make someone trans after when they're not really, wouldn't that cause you just as much mental anguish as if you just let them alone and let them go through puberty?
You would think, but they have to get involved with everything, including how the child grows up and how it goes through puberty, because it gives them stuff to brag to their friends about at the HOA meeting. My 7-year-old started playing with toy swords, so we're already scheduling the hormones.
It does seem to be a status symbol, doesn't it, for some parents? You can always tell the parents who are going to end up with trans kids, honestly. Kind of. Drunkle said he needs to be pulled back in. Oh, what happened there? Okay, here we go. You were roboting, so he assumed it was his stuff.
Yeah,
okay. Well, you're back.
I completely agree with you there, Sinatra. It's certainly a status thing. I think the saying is, if someone has a vegan cat, you know who made that decision. Children cannot consent to certain things, and we can all agree on that. They cannot consent to sex, obviously, joining the military, getting a tattoo, and yet for some reason puberty blockers, which, and I don't care what anyone says, this does affect your body. They go, oh no, you could just come off of them and it's fine. Yeah, but then your body has hit fucking puberty too late, as opposed to when it was naturally designed to do so. Why are you fucking around with the design of a human body right here for a start? Wait until you're 18. If you truly are trans, then you can wait for a bit, can't you?
Yeah.
By all means, if you want to fucking dress in a skirt or something, you fucking carry on, boo-boo. I've got your back. You do your thing. But don't let your fucking parents say, no, you're a girl because you played with this doll.
It's not going to go away. You'll just have more time to think about it.
Exactly. I mean, that's the if it is.
Oh, you can talk over those.
If it is a whole thing about like, you know, but it's not just a phase, Mom. I mean, people used to say that about being goth back in the day. That's fine. Okay, all right. Say you're a goth.
No, stop right there. Stop right there. Okay. You see,
stop.
You see,
I stopped.
all of those people who were goth back in high school. Okay, they're still goth. Stop it. They are still goth, motherfucker.
That's true.
See, I do look. Hey, I know. I know a lot who actually are still goth, but the majority are not anymore. So at the age of 14, you go, "No, Mum, my soul is as black as the night." All right, Timmy, that's fine, but you're still not getting a tattoo of a bat on your back because that is a lifelong thing. If you want it, when you turn 18, by all means, son, go ahead.
I'm waiting for the 25-year-old who meets the love of his life and who waited until marriage to have sex, and then on the wedding night, they they're going to the bedroom, gonna have a lovely night, consummating their marriage, and he takes his shirt off and he has a full back tattoo of Barney the dinosaur that he got when he was 7. That's what I'm waiting to hear about.
Tattoo artists won't do it. They won't tattoo kids. So why do we let doctors mutilate children?
Well, wouldn't it? I mean, much the same thing, right? If you go like, oh no, they're going to go through a gender transition at the age of 9 because it's the right thing to do, and this is what they want. Okay, well, all right. I'll tell you what. Wait a year, because much the same thing.
Wait 365 days exactly.
In fact, before you do that, just let your child. Oh.
Okay, let me do those.
Give them a tattoo of a swastika first, right? And then say that it's reversible.
Exactly. All right, let me do a couple of these real quick. Thank you, C. Thomas, penis, who says too much freedom is commie talk for I want to dictate your life according to my politics, which is typical of these totalitarians. You're absolutely correct. And then also Anon, with a small bullet, 223, who says, how many people are still bronies from like 2012? At least that trend was just weird, not actively harmful. Yeah, there's a few, but not too many. They do it in private, though, you know? You don't see them galloping around New York. Anyway.
And James for 5, free speech is scary. Deal with it, you fucks. You don't like free speech, move literally anywhere else. Yeah, why are you trying to change us to the stuff that you don't want anywhere else?
That's the weirdest thing, isn't it? It's not because it's my choice. If I want to do it, it's up to me. Yeah, you're 100% correct. If you want to do it, it's up to you. So stop trying to police me into believing in what you're doing. The thing is, like, if they go, when you don't use my correct pronouns, it invalidates me. Well, it sounds like your identity wasn't all that valid in the first place then, does it? If it can be just destroyed with the incorrect use of a single fucking pronoun, maybe the fragility is actually coming from you and not from me, who doesn't believe in your delusion. Now, I say delusion. I say that as a trans person. I'm allowed to, right? But look, if you're over 18 and you want to go through with that, then by all means go through with it. Your body, your choice. But why are you coming after the kids? Just leave the kids alone.
Indoctrination, future soldiers.
How is it so difficult, though, to just not go after children? Even the mafia don't do that.
Okay.
We need trans omerta. That's what we need.
All right. Well, while we're on the topic of trans people, Michelle Obama's in the news. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, great.
I'm going to get in trouble.
She scored that 3-point.
There you go.
No, then did she?
Michelle Obama earns nearly $750,000.
And speaking of trans, here's Michelle Obama.
For a single 1-hour speech. I don't know why, but former First Lady
Jesus
To who?
Christ.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama has reportedly walked away with nearly $750,000 after giving a 1-hour speech on diversity and inclusion in Germany. Oh, there you go. Why?
Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely.
I don't know if I want to read the rest of this.
No, she really married up. She's on at $750,000 an hour. Fuck, you done, Michelle? No, fuck it. Let's go for another 30 minutes.
I wonder if they paid for her travel. Organizers told the outlet that the former First Lady topped the list of people whom participants wanted to hear from year after year. They really pulled all the stops to get her. One person close to the team told the Daily Mail, adding that it's one of the highest fees that they have ever paid. How vapid was that speech?
I hope it was good. I hope it was really, really good speech. I hope it was $750,000 worth of speech.
I want to know what company paid for this and what they wanted in return.
Hugo Boss.
Who knows? Who knows?
Because they designed the Nazi outfits.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught that. Okay.
That is fucking, that's money. That
And
is
we sit
money,
here and
money.
talk for 2 hours and just want 750.
I'll be happy with that, Sin.
Well, speaking of that, thank you, Lynn.
You know, if I could make like 150 a week, I'd be fine.
I could quit the second
There's that
job.
delay again.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you, Lamented Guide. Dropping
Hey,
another
the second job I'm fighting. It's the third job I want to get rid of.
right. Thank you, Lamented Guide, dropping a 223 small bullet in the tip jar. It says, I hate this leftist mindset. I don't want this freedom, so you all can't have it either, and I will force it on you if you don't want this. That's pretty spot on.
Well, I feel like I bring it up a lot, but it's worth bringing up again. They are all down with this until it's used against them, and they never think it will be.
Of course.
But eventually, the same tactics they're using right now will eventually be used against them, and then they're going to be all up in a fucking outrage about it.
Damn right.
Well, they all think that the government is their friends when it's the government that they voted for. But I mean, they're gonna if any of this does come through, thank God it won't, because you know most of America is actually still sane. But if it were to come through, they would have a very, very rude awakening. One day they'll just look up and go, "My God, I am the fascism."
Okay. Sorry about the delay, people. It's our delay makes it hard for me to determine whether or not I can talk yet or should talk yet. So, the only other story I have sitting here is 10 reasons not to own an EV.
Oh boy.
Now this is what is this in here? Oh shoot. Click. There we go. 10 reasons to not own an EV is here it's in Issues and Insights. From California to New York to Washington, Democrats are using the coercive force of government to herd Americans into electric vehicles. Well, here's 10 reasons why we should resist both this egregious abuse of power as well as social pressure that demand we all go electric. So we'll go through some of these because unfortunately, gang, I apologize, but my game creating and presentation skills are waning, and if I ever do this Wednesday again, I will be sure to fix that problem. But today we're going to just do it this way. I'm going to find a different way to do this stream so we're not doing this delay thing too. Anyway, so let's go through a few. The mandates are an egregious abuse of power. Where do government officials, both elected and unelected, derive the authority to tell Americans what vehicle they cannot own and what vehicles they must own? That's a good one. Anything on that?
I think that the government getting involved in shit like that is just insane. Well, you can't own, because it's going to be pickup trucks are going to be the first thing because they're spiteful.
Oh, we get to change Sinatra over. Okay, I'll do that in just a second.
I like that one. I like that dono. That's a good one.
That is the I can't even remember the name of that one. I think it's something like that is a, what is it? A PAWG. It's a PAWG. If you're not familiar with the term PAWG, so let me fix Sinatra here.
Badass white girl.
Badass white girl. That's definitely qualifies. And like,
yeah, we know that. We know
You're
Viper.
talking to two certified perverts.
Okay, well there you go. See, someone had to tell me what that meant because
I'm actually card carrying. No, I got the wank license.
No, because black men have no idea what that means. Okay, so what do we upgrade Sinatra to? Oh, here we go. This is it. I couldn't remember what I did. Oh no, did I not make that a PNG? Okay, well I screwed up. Anyway, it's gonna be. You're gonna get a little picture then. Here's a picture. Sinatra's upgrade. Thank you. Oren Doomhammer LFC says, seriously, tired of the left. I'm so tired of the abuse. Also, next evolution, please. Okay, well, there you go. And here's the new, we'll just get rid of the screen here. There we go. And we'll just go over these without the screen because I think it's causing me to delay even more. There you go, Sinatra. There's your new Avi. You're now a chameleon instead of a gecko. I said there was a theme for you. Okay. All right. Another.
He's a sexual chameleon.
Yes. So another okay. They're also egregious abuse of power. Part 2. Federal governments overstep its constitutional limits when it tells manufacturers what 2/3 of the vehicles they build must be. I'll do a couple more of these.
Are they going to subsidize it?
Well, what's that? The Inflation Reduction Act, doesn't that subsidize a bunch of this shit? The Inflation Reduction Act.
Yeah, right.
Green New Deal with a different name. Electric vehicles are not zero emission vehicles, as one of our contributors wrote in the well-researched, heavily sourced piece. Life cycle assessments show that the manufacturing, charging, operating, and disposing of electric vehicles produces more of every major category of pollutants than conventional cars.
Well, the process of mining the lithium alone is insane.
Seems like
they did. There was recently a huge fucking deposit of lithium found, like, just by some volcano somewhere, though. But it's not just that; it's who they use for mining it as well, isn't it? Because it ain't unionized miners, guys. You know?
No, it's most certainly not.
Congolese children diving into holes in the ground.
Yeah.
No, you have to move like 500 tons of earth to get enough materials for one battery for one of these cars, I guess, or something like that. Some crazy amount like that. Oh, C. Thomas, I'm sorry, also dropped another deuce in the tip jar. Leftist policy is the epitome of short-sighted.
We'll take it.
All right. EV manufacturing chain is an environmental malignancy. The same writer, president of Just Facts, has just noted the environmental implications of mining lithium to make batteries for electric cars would directly counter the intent of incentivizing electric vehicle adoption. He further makes the case by citing a Brookings Institute study that found that continued reliance on China will increase the risk that sourcing of critical minerals will cause or contribute to serious social and environmental harms. Because, yeah, most of this stuff's done in China.
Well, don't you know that's where all the ethically sourced material comes from?
Why, yes, it does. But wait a minute. Joe Biden just visited the United Auto Workers on strike for 27 seconds. Didn't you see that? Oh, did you guys see that today? I talked about this morning also. So Joe Biden went to visit the United Auto Workers strike, right? Which, he's really pushing the electric vehicles. He flew well, first of all, he has to take the Air Force Two, the chopper, over to the airport. Got on his airplane, flew 3 hours to Michigan, got in a 27-car motor pool, drove to the picket line for the United Auto Workers. He went in, they introduced him. He said he talked for 27 seconds. Then he left, got back in the motor pool, got back on his plane and flew back to Washington. He was in Michigan for a total of 1 hour.
Jeez.
He was in Michigan for a total of 1 hour to do for a photo op. And I thought this was
that's literally all it was.
Literally clean energy president.
It's so transparent. I don't know how people just ignore it.
It's embarrassing.
Embarrassing is putting it lightly.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me finish. I'm going to finish with this because I'm not going to read any more of this story. We're gonna close it out because I just realized that my wife is probably up there tapping her toe, wondering why we're not eating yet. So,
I'm hungry too. What's for dinner?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, what are we having, man?
I'm not even sure. Probably chicken because that's what I thought out, and
I like chicken.
We're gonna grill some chicken. All right, so real quick, we're gonna finish off here with Cryptic's donation. Another big bullet, 556. What do Democrats and porn stars have in common? They are experts in switching positions in front of a camera.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a. Well, I said they do everything to get paid by the big D.
They all want to fuck you.
That's good. That's very good.
Oh, right in the ass. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna shut this down because I'm floundering, and I do want to. Okay, should I put up what the final avatars would have been, or do I just say, you know what, you blew it, or not blew it?
Yeah, fuck it, go for it, man.
All right. Well, what you guys tell. Why don't we start with what you want to say to the audience before we go? We'll start with Sinatra while I'm fixing these avatars to the final avatars that we never got to see.
Go check out the stream I did earlier today. I think I'm going to double check it right now. I'm pretty sure I put up a video highlight. And Drunken, where can they find us on next?
Well, I mean, before any of that happens, of course, tonight I will be over on twitch.tv/Golf City for the Artificial Dinner Theatre, where I'm going to be Hugh Granted up, so charmingly befuddled. So make sure you check that out. That's going to be in about an hour and a half's time. Twitch.tv/Golf City. If you've not been there before, then tonight's your night, and you've finally got a reason to go there, right there, and that reason is me. Tomorrow is, of course, the Jackbox stream, the Jack in it, over on twitch.tv/Drunkle Plays. And after that, it's going to be Baldur's Gate. It's going to be Fantasy Friday on twitch.tv/Drunkle Plays. So you've got all of that to look forward to in between now and the next AAA meeting, which is going to be on Friday on the Silent Sin channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island, Sinatra says. Bang. Nailed it.
Okay. And Sinatra?
Oh, also yesterday, my Subnautica stream was called Skiff Up a Lip.
Yeah.
Sinatra, what do you got going on?
Just exactly what I said a minute ago.
Oh, you just said
check
it.
out the stream and the...
Okay.
He's old.
Okay. No, I'm not old.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
really old.
I messed up on my little avatars here, so I'm trying to fix it. Let me get my last one and get it in there. And,
do you think we'll still be doing the AAA? Sin, do you think we'll still be doing the AAA when we're as old as P-Dog?
Probably.
I'm not that much older than you, Drunken.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Every now and then, we got to pause the stream so you can go and yell at the kids playing on your lawn. You know.
You know, I have my single shot Springfield 25. What am I saying? 70. Fuck. Never mind.
He's old.
I'm pulling a Biden on you right now. Okay, here are what the final avatars would have been had there been the number of donations. There we go. The theme. Sinatra would have been a T-Rex. Drunken would have been himself, and I would have been a bigger dog than I already am. So there you go.
Just a
All right.
slightly bigger chihuahua.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, let's all give people of the chat, and of course to me and Sinatra as well. We'd like to thank you for hosting tonight, mate, for this very limited edition of the AAA meeting.
It was dope.
I appreciate it, and everyone, thank you so much. My thing is Monday through Friday in the mornings, the Morning Night Live. If you subscribe, you'll get the notifications, or you can follow me on Locals. You can follow me on in the chat. Every place you can follow me is in a Linktree link. And I also have a channel, Marty's Big Journey, where I basically just tell jokes and do travel videos, which are the jokes mostly lately because people like those. So that's it. Thank you to Sinatra. Thanks to Drunken for inviting me. This has been great fun. We didn't do a question and answer, but we'll be back on Friday. Probably do that then. And there'll be a game because, you know, I'm new to this shit. So thank you, everybody.
There'll be a game on Friday.
I'll make a game.
All right. So
You're gonna make a game on Friday?
I appreciate
All
y'all.
right. You make a game on Friday. All right.
And thanks for everyone who subscribed. Tomorrow during my show in the morning, we're going to do a 2,000 subscriber special. So there you go. That's it. I got to go. Thanks, everybody. My name's PAWG Knight. And on behalf of Drunken and Sinatra, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Listen to the outro. Hey, this is PAWG Knight. And thank you for watching today on the PAWG Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PAWG Knight, and I'm out of here.